Alive.
Are you sure?
Yep, it's alive.
Did they go and dig you up out of the grave?
We got no guests. We got no news. No, we got news. We got news at the Milwaukee
We
Paranormal
got
Conference.
news, but no nudes.
Yeah, we got we got news that the Milwaukee Paranormal Conference is getting closer. And it looks like it's getting bigger. So it looks like it's going to be fun this year.
I hope so.
Oh, it was kind of fun last year, with the exception of the one thing. But I kind of had a good laugh about that
Uh,
afterwards. Anyway, I got a picture somebody sent me that already told you my opinion about this in private. Okay. So I want you to look at it.
okay.
I downloaded the picture so that we didn't have to look through Messenger at it. So it's, I can, enlarge it or bring it down. But this is at
Mm-hmm.
normal size. Okay. So this is a picture somebody sent to me, my personal profile on Facebook, asking if I believed in orbs. That's what they asked me, and then they sent me this picture. And they said that they see a face in the third one or the middle one.
What in the hell is it actually? What's it a picture of?
Didn't say.
The object behind it looks like a cell phone. This object right here, this black thing behind,
Right, right. Like
that looks like the silhouette of a cell phone, and
right
then
here.
that, no, yeah, this right here, and from the second one, not the top one, from the
No,
second one.
right. It goes right about here. It starts.
No, that's a tree.
Well, so is this.
Yeah, but that cell phone goes up
There's a tree
and
there. So it's
over
outdoors.
through. It goes over through the top of the second orb, or whatever
Yeah.
that is.
Well, I
Okay,
think they're.
and
If
that looks
they,
like possibly a windshield of a car that they're taking the picture out of.
that's what I'm thinking. It's either through a window of a house or the window of their car. Okay. And like I said, my opinion was it see they say they see a face in that middle one. And I'll
Well,
pull it up for you.
there's some weird look in that middle one, but if it's a face,
I
it's a
don't see it.
reincarnation. If it's a face, it's a reincarnation of the face on Mars.
Whoops.
Why do you do that for?
I hit the wrong button. I was trying to bring it back down to normal size. Where it was. All right. Now, the thing about this is here's my theory. Cell phones, our cell phones nowadays have have flash on them, correct?
They have flash, they have filters, they have all kinds of stuff on them.
Right, but you can take a flash picture at night because
Yeah,
not all cell phones are equipped with our
yeah,
standard night vision.
but here's the thing: if this was a flash picture, you wouldn't have this, and it would wash out a lot of this other, especially if it's at a window that they're taking a picture through.
Well, either way, maybe
So there was no flash on this,
all
but
I know is I still think it's a reflection of the person taking a picture with their
hang
cell
on,
phone.
hang on. If this particular cell phone has that red dot in the back, that will reflect off of a window and make it look like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a reflection of a cell phone because if you look at the back of a cell phone, you know, and I'm talking a common cell phone because
Mm-hmm.
the more expensive the cell phone, the better the camera in it too,
Mm-hmm.
right? All right, and some of those cameras have a lot more than you know the three circles. All right,
There
now
was some.
mine's a pretty cheap, well, fairly cheaper version of the smartphones. Okay,
Okay.
I got one of the Samsung Galaxies, but I don't have one with all the bells and whistles.
Well,
You know,
I've got the S20.
so and if I look at the back of the camera part, on there. It's squared. Okay, it's kind of got like a rectangular square opening type thing up here. But there's the three, yeah. See, that
Hmm.
looks and that reflection,
Yours has almost the exact same camera
right?
mine has.
So it could be the reflection of the shape of that square, that square cutout where the glass is too, reflecting as well. The light reflecting back. So that instead
Hmm.
of like you said, it was like maybe a cell phone there. Maybe that square in the image there is more the reflection of that part of the phone. You
Could
know,
be.
but I don't think it's
But
anything to
again,
like
if it has a red light on it,
right. It could still cause the reflection.
hmm
And then you add any dash lights if that was in a car.
yeah,
You know, I mean, there's a number of things that could have caused that reflection, but I don't believe it's real orbs. Real orbs are something that I'm a little skeptical about because I think that you'd have to see some movement and some intelligent and be awfully damn sure it's not an insect of some sort.
possibly, yeah.
I mean, those are
And not to try and be discrediting
or mean.
or mean or
It's
anything
just
like
that
that.
there's a lot more technology stuff out there and different things that can cause these effects
Yes, there
in a
is.
picture.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we had a
Oh,
I
excuse
had a
me.
longtime friend that I know. This was from a relative, but I had a longtime friend that I knew. He sent me a whole bunch of pictures of orbs, and I think I showed those to you. You know,
Hmm.
but the problem with his orbs is he lived right in Madison area. He was so close to the Madison area that a lot of his pictures looked more like reflections of the nearby streetlights that were also in the pictures,
Hmm.
or a radio tower, you know. Um, there's a lot of things out there that could cause, because I've been to his property, you were at his property. So there was a lot of things in that area that could cause all of that, you know. So, when you're taking pictures of orbs, you know, yeah. There is something that you really got to look closely to make sure that a lot of stuff is not there or present to make those pictures possible, you know. So it's kind of hard to discredit some of them, and it's also hard to prove some of them are real. I mean, the ones now, here's a good example. Now, if you go back and you look at, I don't know exactly what footage, but it was our first home private investigation where it's up on YouTube, and we
Hmm.
got those orbs in the basement of Tom and Molly's house. You know, there wasn't enough of a breeze or anything to be knocking any dust around.
True.
There was no. I didn't see or hear or feel any insects present in that basement. You know, so what we saw and then what I felt afterwards, because I already knew I was going to pay for it, because there was a
Hmm.
lot of walking up and down some stairs there because we had the floors plus the attic and all of that. How my leg hurt so bad after you said you saw these orbs going through my one leg, and it was the same leg that was bothering me for over a week. And I should have recuperated from all that walking in a couple of days. You know, that was kind of a believable orb because it was kind of intelligent by the way it was moving around in the cameras. We didn't see it with our naked eyes. We saw it on our cameras only, and there was nothing else present that it could have been. You know, We had all the lights off. That particular room, I believe, had no windows in it. Do you remember?
It was a little alcove.
Yeah, I
There
think it
was
was
no
like a
windows.
little storage alcove where they probably would have stored, because of the age of the house,
Hmm.
probably canned goods, like, the with the canning jars, the old mason jars, that's, I mean, it's cool, and there was shelving there, looked about the same height and width of, canning jars.
Yeah.
It'd be the perfect storage room for stuff like that. It had no windows. That would be but still,
Yeah.
those those
I
orbs
think it
were
was
kind of,
basically designed for something like that.
see, we couldn't explain those orbs away. Okay, so that makes that believable because we can't explain what caused those. We have no explanation for them whatsoever. You know, we found everything that we pretty much, ruled out what possibilities it could have been because of the environment,
Hmm.
and none of those possibilities were present at the time that we were there.
Well, it was also kind of strange that whenever you were up in there, you had your EVP, or not EVP, but your
EMF meter,
EMF. Thank you, EMF meter, and you were getting readings on the opposite side of the fucking part where the electrical was on the opposite side of where
right,
you were getting readings,
right, right. That whole thing was
which was
strange.
weird as hell.
I mean, it was also weird as hell with the photos that came from Tanya's cell phone. She was outside, and the first thing both of us thought to ask her, "Were you smoking a cigarette
Yep.
when you took those pictures?" Nope. We even looked for somebody maybe burning yard waste, close by. Nope. They knew nothing about that shed. We opened it up. Sure signs of a fire inside there. You know.
Hmm.
I mean, that beam was pretty charred, and then nobody was grilling out either. So there was none of that going on.
Well, the neighbor over the fence was just getting the leaves ready to start burning, but he hadn't lit them yet.
Right. But still, it was like, it was kind of like, Tom was like, I've never been in there. I don't want to go in there, type thing. And then the pictures just kind of made us, you and I, let's go check this out further, you know.
Yeah.
And when we did, yeah, it was quite strange, you know, writing on the walls, definite fire. I mean, and it was, had to get hot enough to do what it did to the glass windows,
Yeah.
you know, because they were actually peeling from heat damage. Because that was heat damage on those windows, especially that
Well,
back
you got
one.
pictures of it.
Oh yeah, there's pictures of it out there. But we are, by the way, speaking of things and pictures, we are working on, and you guys are going to want to come to this. Where was it? Alverno College, October 15th. Mark and I are going to be there. We don't know what time yet. We haven't been given our time slot yet. We're still waiting on that. But we
Hopefully, we
will
still
be
have it
there.
because hopefully we still have it because somebody was supposed to come over here and get some pictures done.
Oh, we'll still have it. Don't worry. We'll get those pictures this weekend. So,
Maybe I've got a 9 o'clock appointment tomorrow at the Watertown Hospital.
well, tomorrow, no. Sunday. We'll figure out how to get them on Sunday. I'll have this packed
Okay,
up in the car. So, because we're supposed to meet for Holy Hill on Sunday.
that's right. We're supposed to go out there for Holy Hill on
Right.
Sunday.
Right. Because somebody's got some kind of, I mean, I've gone near there. I got sidetracked now, but I've gone near there. We'll talk about that because it's coming up. I've been near there, and every time we go near there, I get this bad vibe or really weird feeling. And then I look up, and all of a sudden I realize, oh shit, there's a sign, Holy Hill or something. Excuse me. That place. There's something about it. I haven't done any research yet because I want to go in blind first and do the research later.
Right?
Okay. But apparently, we're going to have a little bit of a tour of some of the places in that area. So, and then on October 15th, Saturday, October 15th, Alverno College. It should be fun. There's going to be all kinds of speakers and all kinds of tables and stuff being sold. God knows what's going to be going on. It's going to be a good time though, and that's the Milwaukee Paranormal Conference, Alverno College, and it's Saturday, October 15th. And if things keep going, hopefully better than they had this week, but I'm off to a good start. We should be releasing that day. You will see the premiere be released on YouTube. Never be, never before seen footage of what 2 years worth of going back and forth to Bray Road
Yeah.
area. You know,
Yeah.
we've cut all that footage and evidence. We've cut it down into about 2 hours, just a little under 2 hours, probably. Don't know yet. It's not finished, but it will be. So we're working on it. So we're going to give you the true scoop behind the Bray Road Beast. You know, I mean, I ain't going to give too much away, but
No, we're gonna give them what we discovered.
we've kind of already said that there's a lot more that meets the eye there. You know, we've said that many times. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and you just got to believe that anything's possible. So, but I've also seen what was that other thing I saw that I wanted to share with you? Hold on. Shit, I fucked up.
Well, don't forget the Twisted Dreams Film Festival is on that weekend too.
Yep. Oh yeah. Tom's going to be talking about the secret. He's going to be the first.
Tom's gonna be at the Paracon with us first,
Yeah, he's going to be the first
and
one
he's
on
gonna be the
stage
first
talking
one
about
on
the secret.
stage talking about the secret. He believes that he has figured it out, and we get to see. We get to follow along and see how he
I
fares with it.
I'm going to say this. I believe. See, I've already got kind of a preview to what Tom's going to talk about because we talked on the phone and quite extensively. But I believe he's on to something. I really do.
Well, he could be.
So, and he's going to hope that, and I wish him luck. He's going to hope to have it in his hands the day of his being up there on stage on October 15th. So
Yep, I wish him luck too.
I wish him lots of luck. I
So
hope
we'll
he
see.
finds it. It'd be amazing if he's right.
Yes, it
And
would.
and I think
And then after he is done on stage, then he's going over to where the film festival is going to be, and he's co-hosting with um, Christopher House.
yeah. Yes, they've they've been working he's been working with Chris on that for the last couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
I think. So that's another reason I think he's having more fun doing that what he was doing prior. Um, but you know, it's going to be a great weekend. They're both 3-day events. They both run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of that weekend. I don't have the details of what's going on each day. I just know the two main days are going to be on Saturdays that you're gonna not want to miss. It'll be the most fun. I mean, last year I think they were also part of our Paracon because I think they might have been the one that you weren't there for the movie premiere, were you?
No,
Last year?
that was a Friday that they did that,
No, that was the
wasn't it?
Sunday.
Or was it Sunday?
That was the Sunday
Okay,
afterward.
then no, I wasn't. I wasn't there for that because I had to work.
Okay. Well, that I don't that I think that movie was one of those things that was sponsored by Twisted. Chris was there, so I think it was sponsored by his whole you know Twisted Dreams Film Festival there. That part of it was,
Hmm.
and I can't really say much about the film. It was something locally made. It wasn't what I expected. I don't remember what it was. It was like the Lake Michigan monster or something. Anyway, it was kind of more of a, I don't know, a little bit of a comedy maybe. I don't know, but it was locally made. So it made you think about things, but it wasn't quite what I was expecting. What was the whole unique experience about that was we were at a bar that you and I got to check out.
Mm, yeah, I heard about that. You couldn't stop talking about that for a while.
Um, the Shaker that was on the outside
Wow.
patio deck of Shaker's Bar. We watched this on a big screen up there, or they had the actual screen type deal, and a projector. So it was cool as hell.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, if I wasn't so terrified of Milwaukee, I think I'd go down there more often. I mean, Milwaukee is reminding me a lot of Chicago nowadays. Lots of violence going down there every day.
Yeah,
You know?
it depends on what part of Milwaukee you're in, though.
Yeah, well, I can't trust the police department, man. I'm sorry. After what they did and messed up that Domner thing and took that kid back to him, I'm sorry. You know,
Wasn't just
that
that.
just freaks me out. Hey, we went by that before they. I don't think the apartment building stands anymore that he was living in. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think it stands anymore. But I remember after that happened and they arrested him, we were in there. We were in Milwaukee, and the driver of the car, I had no control over this. Had to drive, knew where the house was, had or the apartment complex was, had to drive by there. Couldn't get very close to it. It was taped off still, and all of that because that's how soon after he was arrested that cops up there shooing you away. You know, take an
Hmm.
alternate route. You're not allowed down here. Active investigation still going on. And it's like shit, man. That made that real that day. I mean, you saw them, and it's like, holy shit, hauling shit out of there. You could see that, like, man, but you couldn't see what they were hauling out. I can't imagine nobody called the cops because of the stench. You know, would you know a dead body stench if you smelt it?
Probably not.
I bet you would.
I know. I know that it stunk.
I bet you would. It's like the most horrific thing you can think of. That's how bad it is, especially if it's been rotting there for a while. I got close to one. was like a Stand By Me movie type thing, but not quite because it wasn't down in the river. It was more in a field. Fucking must old farmer lived by himself, worked his fields most of his life. You know, nobody thought to wonder, where the guy was. You know, hadn't been
Mm-hmm.
seen in weeks or whatever. Died of natural causes because he had a heart attack out in the middle of the field, right out in the middle of the cornfield. He was getting ears of corn for dinner. I mean, his basket was still there with corn in it and stuff.
Yeah.
And natural causes. Dog was still there, fucking almost dead.
Loyal dog, man. That's what
Yeah,
they are.
very loyal dog. I mean, shit, the only water it probably had to drink was when it rained and, it filled up how some corn, they have the rows and there's that little kind of indentation between the rows where water would fill up.
Right.
That's it, and probably occasional rodent or rabbit if they came through or something. Yeah, mean as hell. Couldn't touch it, couldn't get near it. It's an ungodly smell, man. And we were just cutting through.
Wow.
We were just taking a shortcut, like we always did. You know, it was just a way to get from one side of Stoughton to the other side where we were going. Nope. Uh, yeah, it's a bad smell, man. It's worse than being in a morgue, with the at all that embalming fluid and stuff. Suppose you've never been there too. Been into a morgue.
Where a
In a
morgue?
morgue.
I've I've been in the what is that called? The up there at the UW, the old hospital there, they have the cadaver room,
Mm.
where the students learn how
Gross, for
to
gross human anatomy.
yes. I've actually been in there
Ah,
when they were in there doing their thing, working on the learning the body
that's
parts and
that
stuff.
stench gets real bad too. It gets in your clothes and stuff.
Not that
Especially
bad with that stuff because they've been preserved to where they're not.
no, I'm talking
There's no
about what
rotting.
the chemicals that they use for the
Oh
preserving.
yeah, the formaldehyde. The
Yeah, all that stuff.
formaldehyde sucks
After you're
because I
working
was I
around
was
that stuff
there
for a while, it gets in your clothes.
I was there delivering dry ice to them. So
And
yeah.
I had been to a few places like that because of some of the stuff I was taking early on in my college years. You know, they take you down, try to bring reality back or some. I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do, but it was fucked up. Nothing like
Yeah.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. They didn't like pull this out. They just this is a place you're going to be visiting an awful lot. You're going to be doing this job. It's like, yeah, I hope not. But yeah, I probably would have because I was trying to become a detective. So I was taking, certain courses to make
Hmm.
sure I got to that point because I didn't want to be a beat cop. You know, I'm glad I didn't make it though. I mean, I made it, but I didn't make it because I didn't finish.
Hmm.
You know, I had good grades. I was doing great. I was acing my psychology classes, and all that shit. But when I got into a serious car accident and I missed like 3 months, yeah, I was gonna have to start that whole thing over, that whole quarter over, and it's like I don't think so. So I never
Holy
went back.
crap!
So I was 3 months short of my degree.
Yeah,
What would have been my first degree? It would have been an associate degree in police science.
this is nuts. You got to see this, dude.
And I was majoring in psychology classes at the time, but I was going to take it a lot further. What I got to see?
Here you go. In order to share it, I got to go back now. This is crazy. This is really fucking crazy. And I'm not sure if you knew this. Now I'm bringing a little science in on this. Not
Okay, bring some science in.
it's nothing to do with paranormal,
Some
but this is some science. All
science
right.
was one of my favorite classes. You got to do some cool shit.
Just in case, we'll go
Uh,
here.
excuse me.
We'll go here. We'll go here. And now,
Okay.
since
Now,
I shared it,
put
I'm
on
going to
glasses.
bring it big.
The iron anvil floats because mercury has a density nearly twice that of iron.
Oh, I knew that.
Due to the density ratios, the iron actually floats better than wood does in water.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, it's hard to push down.
That's fucking crazy right there.
That's
Because
great. Here, let's try it again from the other side.
I wouldn't want to be messing with Mercury in the first fucking place.
He's wearing gloves.
I know, but still,
Down.
I'm not one to trust gloves like that. You never know if there's
Lobs
some
up
kind
like
of
a cork.
hole or tiny little hole that shit could get through and you get mercury poisoning. Fuck that shit. But yeah, I knew it was like very dense. You know. Yeah, I knew that. But I didn't know that you could put like an anvil, iron
Iron anvil
on top of
inside the
a pool
mercury,
of mercury like that, and it would fucking
and it
float.
floated.
That I did not know.
That's crazy.
That is fucking crazy. And he's like, it's hard to push down.
Yep. Because mercury's density is twice that of iron. But mercury is a liquid material,
Yeah.
a liquid metal.
Oh, imagine that.
Now here's something else for you. Okay. I talked to a professor also up at the university when I was making deliveries of dry ice up there, and I asked him a question because his class, he's a physics, he does physics and stuff. His classes and stuff work with mercury. And I asked him, I said, can mercury, since it's a liquid metal like that, can it actually solidify? And he said at a low enough temperature, and dry ice can make it low enough of a temperature, it will solidify and freeze.
However,
So, but you have to maintain that temperature in order to keep it
that's
that way.
what I was
Because
gonna.
once it gets back up to a
Certain temperature, it
a
goes
certain
back into
temperature,
liquid form.
it starts going back into liquid form.
Kind of had that feeling, suspicion.
And if you heat mercury to a certain temperature, it'll actually turn into a gas.
Yeah, and it becomes toxic.
But mercury is toxic.
Yeah,
And
that gas is the toxic, deadly gas.
Right, it's toxic as gases, but it's also toxic in its
Oh yeah, in
liquid
its
form.
liquid form.
And it is okay. Mercury will get into your system through your skin.
Yeah, I know.
So you cannot handle it without gloves. Without having gloves
That's
or anything
That's
protection
why.
on.
That's why I wouldn't mess with something like that because you can't trust those gloves sometimes. I mean, you never know if, there's a manufacturing flaw in a glove and then you just happen to have that pair of gloves that's got that manufacturing flaw and a little bit seeps in. Fuck that shit.
I'm just telling you, it's
I'm
just
just saying. I know how dangerous mercury is. I knew it was very dense, but I had no idea that you could make a pool of mercury and put a fucking steel anvil on there. And it didn't look like a very big pool either because it looked like one of those things that they'd use to change your oil, slide under, it wasn't very big kind of tub thing. Just, you know.
right. No, and it's just a regular tub, but still, that was wild to see,
Oh yeah.
to
But
actually see
that other thing you showed me with
an
those
an
fucking
iron.
crystals, that was more wild.
The what?
Those crystals that with that metal, that whatever it was, and
Oh, the
fucking
bismuth.
played music and then all of a sudden had them fucking crystals. Now
Well,
that's fucking
bismuth.
wild.
Now, bismuth will grow like that without the music. But what the music's doing is it's creating vibration inside
Yeah,
the
I
liquid
get it.
metal
I get that's what
of
they
the
were.
bismuth, and the vibrations is what
That's
would cause the bismuth
right.
to
I get
decide
that.
how to
I
grow.
get. I get how that does that because science was my favorite class, and I noticed that when they were showing the demonstration of that the speakers were pretty close to the tank area, you know, because they wanted to get the maximum vibration into that pool as possible. And then the higher the bass is, or yeah, the type of music's gonna
Hmm.
make a big difference. But the way that fucking after it's all cooled and set, that fucking coloring is just it's awesome. That's what makes those things cool. And the way they're formed.
And you can get some good money for those.
Well, I'm sure you can. You know that but those things I've never seen anything like that before. I might have seen them, but I didn't know what they were. You know, because I've
Hmm.
been into some pretty weird and unique types of shops throughout the Wisconsin area. You know, unfortunately, I'm not going to give them a bad rap, but the place I was up north, they're all gone. They're all gone from up there. All those shops are gone from up there. You got to really look hard nowadays. A lot of things are disappearing. So. But yeah, we're going to be busy. We got two others. I'm going to hopefully, if I can get this done quick, I'm hoping to release the other two that we have that. Oh, actually, we got a few that's never been seen before that we get up and out there. I don't think we put up anything for
Hmm.
the Lions Pub, the day the music died, our school, and there was another one. I can't remember what the other one was. There was another one I saw, and I don't think we've got it up on YouTube yet.
Actually, since you mentioned the Lions Pub, we need to go back there
I thought about that when we
and
drove by there the other day.
do an evening. Uh,
I thought about that when
see
we
if
went.
anybody want see if any of our friends want to come with
Yeah, Tanya
and
and I
actually.
drove by there the other day, and I thought about going back there. We need to go back there. You know,
Hmm.
we've got some equipment we didn't have last time, other ideas to try. You know, um, I got to get on this because I've got to get what I need to get done. I got to get done by Friday, next week Friday, no later than. It's got to be finished by then. because that marks start of Tanya's vacation. And I got to start that first day by going and being able to contact Lee Hampel so that I can pay him a visit
Hmm.
and try our experiment while we're there. So I've got one of those right here.
Yeah, the compass that I gave you.
And I'm gonna try these ideas, and what we're gonna do is might add that on to the end after the credits as some bonus footage for the premiere, depending on how early I can get there. You know, I got to work with his schedule. So that's the plan. And then we'll be set to premiere that, and just so that you guys people know that we will have a guest that day from our Ray Road Adventures. It should be a fun day. It really will. I'm looking forward to it. Last year we were just there. This year we're part of it. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, people, just remember, anything's possible. That was just an update. We had no guests. We might not have guests for a while because there's a lot of work to prepare us for October 15th that we got to get done. And that's primarily what we're going to have to be focused on to make sure that we are prepared properly for October 15th. So, and we've got an adventure coming up this weekend, Sunday.
Yep.
So we'll be able to bring that to you, and I'll keep sharing.
Hey, I will get to use my brand new camera.
Oh, you got a brand new camera?
Yes, I got a brand new camera.
Oh, that's right. You said that it's compatible with the same batteries that we were using before.
Yep. So you need to make sure you know where your old camera is, so I can get the battery, get my battery back, and then I'll give you the two originals that came with my camera, my first camera, and the original for your camera that was in it.
Here's the
and
original.
You can have those two.
Here's the original camera right here.
Okay, that should have one of my Crestar in it.
Because this one I know is the original because it doesn't say 4K on there.
Yeah. If you open the door on the bottom, it'll probably have one of my, I think either Crestar or Crestar or something like that. Starts with a K.
I don't know. I'm not going to try to
Castar. Castar. It's Kastar.
Well, I'm not going to try to pop it out right now. But I knew where it was. I found this the other day. I was looking all over hell for it.
Yeah, well, that's the one that those idiots stole from me.
Yeah, I know. I thought maybe I had mine there and mine went missing too.
No,
but
you didn't have yours here.
I found mine. Mine was in a backpack. It just was kind of hiding down in the corner. So, but we're gonna end this. So it might be a while before you see us live. We might come back to give you an update. I am trying to get a couple of guests. If they do happen to get back to me, then I will be posting for our next show. That I'm trying to make arrangements for the director of the Milwaukee Paranormal Conference, but that might be a special date and time. So, because we have to work with his busy schedule as well. And I'm not going to say who the other person is until I get some confirmation back. So, anyway, stay safe. Remember, anything's possible.
Mm-hmm.